Clippers would actually be in first place in the West, what would your reaction and thoughts be?
I would say I'd take it. Yeah. I didn't know where it was going to be. I thought we were a good team, and that's it. But hell yeah, you would take it right away.
What do you think the potential of reaching even higher? Do you feel you're not even?
I don't even think about any of that. You know, like we're just going to keep getting better. That's all I know, and so will the rest of the West. You know, so you know, there are teams that haven't performed well. They're going to play way better in the second half. They're going to be healthier. You know, I understand that clearly. But we're just going to keep getting better. We're not going to worry about all the other stuff. Like our job, and like we know who we have to be, and if we are that, we're going to be a pain to beat. You know, if we're not that, we're easy to beat.
How exciting is it for you and the team?
I don't think it's very exciting at all. This game, 19, 20, I don't even know what game it is. So I think playing basketball is exciting. Playing an NBA game is exciting, but I don't think where we're at today, it should, hopefully it doesn't excite anybody.
Doc, on paper, it seemed like you guys were trending towards your plan for winning this year was to be a top tier defensive team, considering the guys you have in your backcourt and stuff like that. You guys are kind of middle of the pack defensively. Is that a byproduct of just how hard it is to play defense in the NBA this season?
Yeah, I guess. You know, I don't know. I know we can be better defensively. Like, I look at us. You know, Luke's been out, Avery's been out, so our two best defenders have missed some games. You know, the other night, you can see what Avery can do when he's healthy. But it is hard. But it's hard for everyone. And the teams are in the top 5 are doing something right. So it can be done. Now, we don't want to do it because of pace. You know, that's misleading. You know, we want to be an efficient, really good defensive team because we're going to play at our pace offensively. And so we understand teams may get more shots because of the way we play. We understand that. We're fine with that. But we know we can still be better defensively.
Because of how good, like bad offense.
First of all, I think there's a lot of good players. You know, I think there are a lot of rule changes. And you're right. And the rule changes, I mean, I could have probably scored 8 a game, you know, with these rules. But there are a lot of good players right now in the NBA. And just a lot of, like the young guys now come in and they're good already, you know, so I think that has a lot to do with it too, and then the no touching and all that
That's
stuff.
kind of my second question is, like, can you build a team to be a defensive first team when offenses are so advanced?
Yeah, well, you can build a team that want to win, you know, and at the end of the day, whatever is the best way for you to win. You know, Golden State has been, they've kind of changed the game, I guess. But what everybody has forgotten about Golden State, for the first 3 years of that, they were number 1 in defense. No, as good as their offense was, like, they were winning because they were stopping people. And I think that's still very important.
Doc, you've been with many teams that when you show up for training camp, there's an expectation that you're going to challenge for a championship. You live with that every day for months. This team showed up and there wasn't, maybe within your team there was expectations, but there wasn't expectations out in the world. What is the difference in coaching those two different situations?
That's a great question. I've never really thought about it, but it's definitely a difference. You know, I don't even know what the difference is, but there's a clear difference. You know, first of all, you have to know as a coach if there are real expectations of a championship. If you know what I'm saying. I would say I've had some of those years where there are absolute, we had a shot, and there were some years where people said, you know, they're going to win, but you know, you kind of know, well, it's going to be awful hard to do that, you know. This group, you come in with a different mindset because you're thinking about each individual game. You're not looking out. You're not building towards. You're building to the next game, and you feel like if you can do that, you will keep getting better. We don't have the luxury of looking out. We're just not that team. So I would say from a coaching standpoint, that would make a difference.
Is that a way of saying that maybe it's easier to enjoy the journey because you're not focused on?
You know, I don't know. I love the journey either way. Like, I love the journey. I love, like, you know, Riley and I always talk about, you want to be in a fray, and the hotter the grease, the better. You know, I really believe that. Like, I don't know why you would be in sports. I honestly don't know why you would honestly be in sports if you didn't want to be in the hottest situation possible. I mean, I can't imagine not wanting to be that. So Neither one really bothered me. I enjoy them both. They're hard, both, though.
Coach, what has Tobias been to the team this season?
Well, he's been great. I mean, first of all, he gets him scoring. But I think where Tobias has changed is he's been a facilitator. He's passing the ball, he's making good plays. And we didn't know if he could do that or not, honestly. And he's done that. He's getting more rebounds. And our last check is we want to go get him on the foul line more. It's hard to get fouled in some ways, and then they're easy to draw fouls. But we think he can draw more.
One more about Tobias. I talked to Marcin.
You don't want to talk to March?
I will.
Oh,
I
okay.
will.
Because I was wondering.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, it starts with what Marcin told me about Tobias Harris. That in 12 years of playing in the NBA, he didn't see a guy who asked so many questions, worked on details of his game, was always prepared for every team and every player he's guarding or playing offense against. Would you say that is true?
About
Tobias.
Yeah, we call him the machine. He's funny. Like, he prepares and he needs information. Like, you got to feed him information. He's got to collect it, and he really is a creature of habit. It's funny. Kevin Garnett was very emotional, but he was very similar in that way. Like, he needed information to play, and Tobias is very similar to that.
Luke hasn't been on some of the road trips with you guys recently as he's been rehabbing. How often is he around you guys?
He's around, but not on the road, and we've been on the road a lot, so it's tough. But our thing is if you can get healthier by being at home, we'd rather for you to be healthy, do that. So he's around when he's around.
What is your read, if any, on just kind of you expect him back by the end of this calendar year?
I don't have a clue. I really don't. I honestly originally thought he was out for like 2 or 3 games. So and then this thing. So I don't ever know. I don't ask. I know it's not close. I do know that.
But Mark yesterday talked about how, despite the good start, he's not getting too excited for the long season, keeping everything even keeled. Like, has anyone in the locker room had to sort of keep that even keeled mentality, or the team just knows?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know that honestly. I don't go in there in the locker room very often. So, I mean, I really don't know that. All I know is from a staff, like we just got to keep playing. It's great that everyone's talking about us this week. Next week they can go talk about someone else, and then the week back, hopefully they come back to us. You know what I mean? Like, but we got a lot of work to do. I think our guys do. We ask all the time, is this as good as you're gonna get? And hopefully everyone says no. I guess if they say yeah, then we got problems, But everyone says no, but they almost have to anyway because I asked the question, so I don't know the answer to that.
Coach, Tobias was saying that they learned in Portland, they had learned from the Washington game and sort of how Washington came out and with a great effort in the third quarter. Do you see this team sort of learning from experience?
I think we're learning all the time. The Portland one was great because they're a really good offensive team. Terry runs really good stuff, and those 2 guards I don't have to talk about. But I thought we changed the game for the first time, and that's my point, Dan. Is I thought that game changed defensively. Like we scored points because we all of a sudden changed the game defensively. That's something we haven't done enough of. Yet I envisioned that's what we would actually do more. So that was good to see, especially against a team like that.
Doc, Dan cited some numbers that showed you a middling defensive team. On the other hand, field goal percentage defense, you're like number 1, I think.
Yeah, so there.
Isn't that pretty significant for the?
Yeah, that's what we look at because you can't look at points for sure because, just the pace and how you play, but that's important is the field goal percentage, especially efficiency percentage. So we've been good there, but I just still think there's a better defensive team in us, and I think we can get better there.
I was setting efficiency better.
Oh, okay.
In terms of efficiency, one of the reasons there's like spares you guys are sort of not forcing turnovers. Is that
Yes.
intentional? Do you not like to gamble?
I do. I don't like to gamble, though. I like the sure things. I always tell my guys, you can gamble all you want, just get it. But don't weaken our defense. So, Pat, you give like a license. Because I don't think if I told Pat not to gamble, he wouldn't anyway. So it just saves me a lot of stress by allowing Pat to be Pat, you know. And then Trez would be the other one. You just, you know, you learn over your years, and certain guys just, they're going to do what they do. But, you know, everybody else solid. But I do think, like, we should create more turnovers for sure. I hate that we don't, you know, over the years we've been in the middle of the pack. I think that's a big one, too. All right, everyone. Thank you.